execution from Maryland has been very impressive today.
Hello everyone, guys. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in General, and I am pleased to report, I am pleased to announce to you guys today that it was a very scary game, but my South Carolina Gamecocks came out on top. They were able to defeat the Maryland Terrapins, I believe, the Maryland Terps, okay, and we are now able to advance to the Elite Eight. This is an article brought to you by WISTV.com titled, "The Gamecocks Escape. South Carolina Takes Down Maryland in a Sweet 16 Dog Fight." And yes, it was very much a dog fight. That was literally Pitbull versus the Rottweiler. And the Gamecocks, we were the Pitbulls, and we came out on top. So this article just summarizes like the highlights for each quarter. So the first quarter, the Gamecocks got off to a strong start, led by Chloe Kitts. The junior started the game, scoring the first 10 points for the team. Fouls were a crucial part of this game. Yes, it was. Tahina Paopao was forced to go to the bench after receiving 2 fouls early, while 2 of Maryland's key pieces fouled out late. Yes, Tahina Paopao. Again, it's a chippy tournament. Okay, we're trying to advance to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, to the championship, etc., etc. Tahina Paopao, she was giving the girls what she was supposed to give. Again, I don't like how the refs, even the last freaking play. I'm gonna talk about that later on in the video. There's just so much going on in this game. And I had a chance to watch this game while I was at work. We were taking shifts at the gate, so I was catching it here and there. But the first half I got the most out of. Okay, the first quarter I didn't like how they put them 2 fouls on Tahina Paopao, and of course, you know, that's just the way Dawn Staley coaches. That's just one of her strategies. She doesn't want to see one of her top performers, okay, on her team get 4+ fouls called on them, okay, and it could possibly advance to, like, you know, technical foul and etc., etc. So after them 2 fouls was called on Tahina Paopao's name, Dawn Staley just snatched her up out the game. Since after the first 10 minutes, the Gamecocks were leading the Maryland Terrapins by 1 after strong quarters for Kitts and Malaysia Fulwiley. Now the second quarter, while the Terrapins went 0-4 early in the second due to good defense from SC, a big 3 by Sarah T. Biasu gave Maryland a 21-20 lead midway. South Carolina struggled to score the entire first half, going 0-6 over the last 4 minutes. Okay, I like this website. These are the highlights I remembered, okay? The announcers were literally commenting on this game. Okay, in the second quarter, I was getting scared, okay? I was getting flustered. I was beginning to become frustrated because, again, South Carolina, we weren't 0 for 6, okay? We tried 6 times. It don't matter if it was a 3-pointer, mid-shot, 2-point, layup. We just could not buy a basket. We could say, I got $10 for you. Let me get one. They was like, no, we're turning the loan down, okay? We're not giving you the loan. We went 0 for 6. And I'm like, this is just like, it's like, are we not ready? Like, what's going on? Which is why a big reason why Maryland quickly got back into the game. It says SC trailed Maryland 33-31 after a rough shooting performance. Yes, it was very rough. Maryland's leading scorer, Kayleen Smichael, kept the Gamecocks at bay. The Terrapins started the third quarter where they left off, going on a 6-0 run. Bree Hall ended it with a big 3. Midway through the third, Malaysia Fulwiley took over. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Okay, again, Malaysia Fulwiley, a.k.a. Lego laid in. When she did that behind the back pass, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The behind the back pass, and then put it up on all day basis. It's splish splash waterfalls. The star guard hit an impressive and 1 to open a 7-0 to give the Gamecocks a lead midway through the quarter. After a back and forth bout, Fulwiley hit a tough shot to give the Gamecocks a 52-50 lead going into the fourth. Now the fourth and final quarter, says the fourth quarter was a trading of blows up into the final stretch. One of Maryland's elite guards, Sarah T. Biasu, hit a clutch jumper to give Maryland the lead with 5 minutes left. After Chloe Kitts responded with a layup to gain the advantage, Maryland's Sailor Profenbarger scored an inside basket to give the Terrapins their last lead of the game. The last lead of the game, okay? Fulwiley took over once again. The sophomore scored back-to-back layups to extend the lead for South Carolina, who began to pull away late. Fulwiley finished with a game high of 23 points, elevating her play throughout the game. A number of missed shots and miscues for the Terrapins sealed the deal, and South Carolina proceeded to take the close victory 71-67. The Gamecocks will look to continue their 19-1 record in the NCAA tournament Sunday as they face the Duke Blue Devils in the Elite Eight. Again, let's talk about the game stats, the game breakdown. So again, the game concluded. Okay, the final score with the Gamecocks came out on top. They had 71 points, whereas the Maryland Terrapins had 67 points. So in the first quarter, Maryland scored 16 points, South Carolina scored 17 points. The second quarter, the Maryland scored 17 points and we scored 14. Third quarter, Maryland scored 17 points. Gamecocks scored 21. The fourth and final quarter, Maryland scored 17 points and the Gamecocks scored 19. So that's crazy. The Maryland Terrapins scored 16, 17, 17, 17 and lost. So for the South Carolina Gamecocks, okay, Chloe Kitts, guys, she put up 15 points, had 1 assist, 11 rebounds. Sanaya Fagan, when she blocked that girl, I don't know who it was. She blocked somebody on Maryland, the Terrapin girl, in the second quarter. Sanaya Fagan hit that block. Okay, she was fed up. We were down like between 2 to 4 points. We couldn't buy baskets. We kept getting denied. They smothered us on defense. Okay, we got smothered like some Southern smothered chicken. Okay. I'm low-key hungry. Okay, we got smothered like some rice and with gravy and beans, and like we got smothered, okay, with that defense. Okay, Maryland had us on lock. Okay, they had us in seatbelt season. Okay, they said we are taking prisoners. Okay, y'all are prisoners of war. Okay, y'all not going nowhere. So Sanaya Fagan got fed up in the second quarter, swatted the ball out of some little Maryland Terrapin girl's hand, and she got mad. She felt some type of way. The crowd roared. Okay, the Maryland girl came up to Sanaya Fagan, like bumped her shoulder and checked her, trying to bait her into like a foul or whatever, or into a fight. She wasn't going for none of that. Sanaya Fagan gave us 7 points, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. Raven Johnson gave us 3 points, which is crazy. Again, like I'm not here to tear nobody down. I'm just here to give my critical analysis and be objective instead of subjective. One of these days, I'm gonna wait until we see how they perform in the Elite Eight, and if they get into the Final Four, which they should, and if they win the championship. What I'm trying to say is, look, one of these days, very soon, I'm about to do a video on Raven Johnson because I find her very interesting, and it's like she's missing a lot of things, and it's like I feel like her problem is here. It's mental, okay? We're going to talk about Raven Johnson, okay? But Raven Johnson gave us 3 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. Tahina Pow gave us 2 points, 5 assists, and 0 rebounds. Damn. But again, it's like she got 2 fouls called on her. Dawn got scared, snatched her up out the game. Now, Bree Hall gave us 4 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds. Tessa Johnson gave us 7 points, 0 assists, and 5 rebounds. Mylasia Fulwiley, she was the leading scorer of the South Carolina Gamecocks, okay? She gave us 23 points, gave us 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. Joyce Edwards gave us 6 points, 1 assist, and 7 rebounds. Miriam Doda gave us 4 points, 0 assists, and 3 rebounds. Let's talk about the overall game stats as it pertains to both teams. So when it comes to field goals and field goal percentages, okay, Maryland, they were 25 for 64, which translates to a field goal percentage of 39.1%. Whereas the Gamecocks, we went down. We were just slightly worse off than them. Okay, we weren't 25 for 65, which translates into a field goal percentage of 38.5%. The 3-pointers, Maryland went 4 for 13, or 30.8%. Whereas Gamecocks, we went even worse. Okay, we were 4 for 15, which translates into 26.7%. Free throws, Maryland was 13 for 18, accuracy of 72.2%. We got better. Okay, we did better. We were 17 for 21, 81%. Total rebounds, Maryland had 34, the Gamecocks had 47. For assists, Maryland had 11 assists, Gamecocks had 13. Maryland only had 1 block, Gamecocks had 7. Maryland had 8 steals, the Gamecocks had 0. Maryland had 14 turnovers, the Gamecocks had 18. Maryland had 19 fouls, and Gamecocks had 18 fouls. Overall, guys, this was a very good game. Again, it's exciting. I low-key about to turn it back on. I'm about to rewatch it tonight just to keep myself entertained before I do some homework. And also, I noticed that, Dawn Staley, she was kind of calm. She was trying to, calm her nerves. She didn't want to, call a timeout too, soon or frequently in the first quarter. But, by the second quarter, when it kept, going back from 2 to 4 points, they kept leading us. And, we went 0 to 6. They literally had the camera on this lady. Again, sometimes, she usually would make herself sit down and, she got that paper rolled up in her freaking hand. I know a piece of rolled paper, I hate to see her coming. And she just tries to calm herself down as much as she can by just sitting down on the bench. By the second quarter, okay, after that 0 for 6 win that we went on, she was literally up, yelling and shouting, probably cussing them out. Okay, the camera was on her, okay? She was not having it, and I don't blame her. Again, shout out to the South Carolina Gamecocks. We are officially out on top, okay? We will advance to the Elite Eight. I cannot wait to see what we're going to give to them girls, okay? The Blue Devils.